North Shore 104.9 WBOQ Gloucester.
And streaming worldwide on the North Shore 104.9 app.
It's time for John Paul, the Car Doctor, on North Shore 104.9. Call today with your car questions, comments, or concerns. 1-800-370-1049. That's 1-800-370-1049. John Paul, the Car Doctor.
And good Saturday morning, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Car Doctor program on North Shore 104.9 or 104.9 FM, depending where you're located. I did my little, I still haven't actually called. I've been calling it the Car Doctor pregame roll call Facebook Live thing, whatever it is. But I do that on Saturday morning, sometime before the show. This morning was around 8:30. I don't know why it was at 8:30. I probably should come up with a certain time to do it. And I also have my personal Facebook page. If you're ever wanted to be bored enough to watch me on Facebook, it is Mr. John F. Paul on Facebook, because somebody already had John F. Paul, and F is for Francis, in case you were really interested. Jimmy, were you interested in what my middle name was?
Not necessarily.
I didn't think so. So John F. Paul was taken, so Mr. John F. Paul was not, so I used that, and you can find me on Facebook there. I want to thank my full-time employer at AAA for the Facebook Live that I did yesterday. I did a Facebook Live around 10 o'clock in the morning. It was supposed to run 15 or 20 minutes. It ran 45 minutes. We got lots of good questions that came in through the Facebook Live about everything from, what do I do? My inspection sticking's expiring, to how do I keep my car clean, to what do I do to exercise my car? We'll talk about all of those things. But we had, at last look, we had close to 4,300 views of the video. So we had a bunch of people online at the same time. And I've been watching a lot of the online musicians that are, I guess, Facebook friends with mine, and I really kind of enjoy it, and I really enjoy the interaction between them and the crowd at the same time. So it is kind of neat to see. So I can't. If you only saw what was going on here, so on my Facebook Live, my personal Facebook Live, you can probably see my head. And there's a piece of paper in front of it that says, Ask the Car Doctor, and it has the phone number, 1-800-370-1049, which I learned you have to print backwards when you're using the forward-facing camera on an Apple device, because the forward-facing camera reverses everything. So I had to print it backwards, and it has the website, so you can join us online. And if you're south of the Tobin Bridge, or Mystic River Bridge, depending when you grew up. Or it was just the bridge, depending where you grew up. But to me, it was always the Mystic River Bridge. A lot of people call it the Tobin Bridge. Jimmy, what do you call it?
Call what?
The bridge. Tobin Bridge, Mystic River Bridge. Which is it?
Tobin.
Tobin? See, I call it Mystic River. I don't know why. Not sure why.
You're odd.
I'm odd. Okay. Good enough. Settle that. On today's show, we're going to be talking with Jeremy Barnes. Jeremy Barnes is the head of public relations for Mitsubishi, and we're going to learn kind of at a corporate level what's going on at Mitsubishi these days. And then a little bit later in the show, we're going to be talking with Kevin Michaud from Michaud Mitsubishi, right up here in the North Shore. So we're going to talk to him. I was at his dealership way back when. We did a live remote there with the former station I was on. We had a good time up there, and got to meet some of our local North Shore friends at the same time. So that was good to see. People who are watching on the Facebook page, like I said, if you saw what was going on right now, I can barely see it, so I don't. You can see my head, but I can't really see what's going on. I can see John Swanson joined us, Brian Gill joined us, Dave Abbott is watching. There's not a lot to watch. I think, like I said, I think it's just my head. But we are going to be doing a car review coming up. And again, thank you for joining me on the AAA Facebook Live yesterday. I tried to talk about all the stuff that's going on, as well as telling people to join us on this Saturday morning on North Shore 104.9. So we were doing that, and so it's all good stuff. So if you would like to join us between now and I think our first guest is going to join us in about 15 minutes. If you'd like to join us, phone lines are open at 800-370-1049, 800-370-1049. Say hi to Jimmy Carter. Well, he's answering the phone. He gets lonely. Very lonely. So he likes to have people call in and talk to him. And again, if your car has been sitting, I was just listening to the previous program, and they were talking about, they were up at the Harley-Davidson store, and they were talking about road testing Harley-Davidsons and what they do if people come in for a road test, and how they kind of sanitize the bikes afterwards. Probably a little easier to sanitize a bike than it is to sanitize a car, but basically the same thing happens. It's kind of funny. I got a couple of emails this week from people that are concerned about their cars going in for inspection stickers and having people, and one woman was a little bit insulting. She kind of said, having people crawl all over my car and fill it with germs. And I said to her as politely as I could, they're as concerned about that as you are. They're going to wear their gloves. They're going to wear their masks. They're going to go out there with their alcohol wipes to wipe off the car before they get in it. So they have the same concerns you do. So I would not worry about that at all. And don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's the good repair shops are going to do the right thing. They're going to try to keep themselves safe. They're going to try to keep you safe. They're going to take care of your car. A lot of times these days, shops will pick up a customer's car. And they'll wear the appropriate gear when they do it. They'll bring it to the shop. They'll make sure it's good and clean, and they'll deliver it back in the same sanitized condition. Who would have ever thought that, this is the way things are? But we've also gotten a lot of emails, or I've gotten a lot of emails at work, and we've gotten an awful lot of road service calls from people whose cars have been sitting for what now is, 5 or 6 weeks, and their batteries are dead, and they're like, what do I do about it? Well, it depends. Well, one woman emailed me, and her car is in a parking garage in Manhattan. Well, her car in the parking garage in Manhattan is probably not going anywhere. She's probably not going anywhere. In that case, I'd probably just let the car sit there until you're ready to actually go out and drive it, because you could call road service. AAA could show up. And when AAA shows up, they're going to jumpstart the car. They're going to say, oh, you really ought to, take it for a good hour drive to help charge up the battery. And then you're going to bring it back and you're going to park it, and it's going to sit for 3 weeks, and then the battery's going to go dead again because it never really fully recharged the way it was supposed to. So in that case, unless you're really going to use your car, just let it sit there. When the time comes that you are ready to use it on a fairly regular basis, then see about getting either a new battery or getting that one charged up. For those of you who have listened to my program before, and this program is all about trying to give you a second opinion about maybe some repairs you had with your car, maybe you're thinking about buying a car, selling a car, whatever the case is, I'll try to give you some opinions about that. If you're asking me how to rebuild an engine, well, ask me off the air, because it's way more involved than it is that we can do here. But I will always try to provide answers to emails, anyone who emails in about particular problems. And if they do want more detail, I will try to provide them with as much detail as possible through some of the websites that I use. All data that I've been using for 35 years, I think, since the company went into that business, as well as On Demand, which is a Mitchell product, part of Snap-on. I use both of them to try to come up with the best information, and I will try to share that with you at the same time. So I will try to provide that sort of information to you. It's a little time consuming to do something like that on the air, although I do remember once, years and years ago, that it was somebody who was taking the engine out of a Volkswagen, and they actually took their phone, this is how long ago, took their cordless phone out into their garage, and they're like, no, I'm doing this, and I had just done one recently, so I kind of knew exactly where everything was, and they're like, oh, great, I got the engine out finally. But it was just kind of funny the way it happened. Anyway, our phone number, if you would like to join us, 800-370-1049. If you are driving your car intermittently, and you have more than one car in the household. We have 2 cars in our household. We have a little SUV and a Volkswagen. I guess technically we have 3 cars in our household. We have one that is residing down in Florida right now, but we have an older Volkswagen and a newer little SUV, and we take turns. I take out the Volkswagen, then take out the SUV, and my wife takes out the Volkswagen. She takes out. So both cars get a little bit of exercise. Both cars get the rust knocked off the brake rotors. Both cars get the suspension moving a bit so it doesn't kind of freeze up in one spot. I wouldn't recommend, unless you do it all the time, using your parking brake, because your parking brake can stick and cause some additional problems down the road that you don't want to have to deal with. So if you don't use your parking brake on a regular occasion, so it's a stick shift car, you use it all the time, or you're just one of those people who use a parking brake all the time, keep on using it. But if you use it like me once a year when I go to get an inspection sticker, and I should do it more often, but I don't, this isn't the time you want to use it, because you might find out it's going to stick and it's not going to release, and when it's time to leave, you're not going to be able to do that. So a little bit of exercise. When was the last time you put gas in your car? Gas. I said to Jimmy Carter earlier today, gas is cheap. He said, why don't you talk about cheap gas? Well, gas is cheap right now, but here's one of the problems. Gas is cheap, but you can't go anywhere. And I said, yeah, it's like being a teenager. Gas is $1 a gallon, but you can't leave the house. Tom Cass on Facebook said, why is gas so out of whack? I've seen gas go from $1.39 to $1.99. Really has to do with marketing and how much profit they want to make. Right now, there is profit to be made in gasoline. Retailers are making some money if they hold their prices high. Retailers don't make money when gas prices go up. They only make money when gas prices go down, because when the wholesale price of gasoline goes down and they have 10,000 gallons of gas in their tank, well, there's the money. When gas prices go up and they have to replace the 10,000 gallons of gas in their tank with more expensive gas, and if they don't raise their prices fast enough, well, then they don't make any margin of money. So right now there is some money to be made at retail. It's a good time to be a retail gas station owner. That could change pretty rapidly. Right now, we're in an interesting time. I was on a webinar with a fellow by the name of Tom Cloza, who's been on the Car Doctor program once or twice before. Tom is sort of the dean of gasoline. He's technically is an English major, but he started studying gasoline and oil a long time ago, and he had a company called Opus Oil Price Information Systems, which recently got bought by another big company, and he was talking about right now there is no place to put oil, no place to put oil, and refined gasoline and diesel tanks are getting kind of full as well. So that is causing the market this week. The oil price market went into negative territory. So in other words, they were literally paying people to take oil. Not really true. That's sort of what happens on paper. Even when you see oil at $10 a barrel, it's probably more than that, because it does vary. So, but oil did get cheap this week, and the retail price of gasoline, I think, is about 60 or 70 cents a gallon on the wholesale level. So when the wholesale level is that low, the retail level adds 60 or 70 cents to the price of wholesale gasoline, and then you kind of come up with the retail level. So then you add in the profit on top of that. So if gasoline should be like $1.30 or so now, and it's $1.50, $1.60, $1.70, $1.80, well, that's the profit. And but you can gasoline retailers, they have had a good year. But that is not always the case. There was times where most gasoline retailers were making literally pennies, 2 or 3 cents per gallon. So, hey, Jimmy, should we be worried? The boss is watching, popped on my Facebook page. Oh, boy. Exactly. Anyway, the phone number is 800-370-1049. And I want to talk about the car that is coming up for review in a little bit. But right now, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, I think we're going to be talking to Jeremy Barnes from Mitsubishi. My name's John Paul. This is the Car Doctor program. You're listening live on North Shore 104.9 And if you don't know how to find it, if you don't know how to find 104.9 on your FM dial, maybe you're a little bit far away, NorthShore1049.com, crystal clear stream. You can hear it anywhere. We'll be right back.
Everybody's working for the weekend.
All the days are blending together, Donnie.
You got big plans this weekend?
Tons.
Well, as always, you get to look forward to Monday and us working together again.
That's right. So join us Monday morning. We're going to be joined by comedian Pete Costello. We'll have Mark Friedman.
2 E's and a D.
And then we'll get our daily check-ins for our health updates, our legal updates, and our state of the state.
It's Erica and Donnie on the morning on North Shore 1049. Talk to you Monday at 6.
Erica and Donnie in the morning on North Shore 1049.
Home Health Foundation remains focused on the safety of our patients, their families, and our healthcare workers on the front line. I'm Karen Gomes, President and CEO of Home Health Foundation. I thank you as a community for supporting our caregivers who are working tirelessly during this crisis with bravery, resilience, and dedication to the most at risk. We pledge to continue to exceed your trust with our experienced team of caregivers. To learn more about home health, palliative, and hospice care services, please visit us at homehealthfoundation.org. That's homehealthfoundation.org.
All roadside assistance is not created equal. A car can break down anytime and anywhere. Join AAA, the roadside provider that puts you first. AAA covers you in any car you're driving or riding in. Our trained technicians arrive fast and usually fix the problems on the spot. Trust your safety to the most recommended roadside provider in the U.S. Join AAA today at aaa.com/join. That's aaa.com/join.
The Epicurean Shop, located adjacent to the Century House restaurant on Route 114 in Peabody, is your easy, safe, and quicker alternative to grocery shopping. The Epicurean Shop is open Monday through Saturday between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. and closed on Sundays during the pandemic. The Epicurean Shop is well stocked with ready-to-grill marinated meats and chicken and excellent prepared meals ready to warm at home. The Epicurean Shop encourages online ordering and curbside pickup. All the details are online at centuryhousepeabody.com.
Hi, this is North Shore 1049 afternoon guy Jimmy Carter. Since you've been spending more time at home, have you been thinking about upgrading your sheets and pillows? Now's a great time to join the millions of Americans who've changed the quality of their sleep with MyPillow. Even as MyPillow has changed their production to provide masks for hospitals, they still want to help us get the best sleep of our life. Right now, get buy one, get one free pricing on Supima MyPillows, Giza Dream Sheets, MyPillow towels, Roll and Go Anywhere pillows, duvet covers, Giza pillowcases, bolster pillows, and neck pillows. Visit the radio listener specials page at mypillow.com and use our promo code North Shore, all one word, North Shore, or call 800-850-6074. And if you order Mike's book, your entire MyPillow order will ship for free. Plus, he'll give you a $25 gift card for your next purchase. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity to get a better night's sleep. Buy one, get one free on pillows, sheets, duvets, and more from MyPillow. 800-850-6074. Or visit the radio listener special page at mypillow.com and enter our promo code North Shore.
From nurses to truck drivers, doctors to grocery clerks, the front lines in today's crisis are filled with brave actions every day. And you can do your part by completing the 2020 census. This simple effort online, by phone, or by mail will help impact the next 10 years of healthcare, schools, and roads. All of our first responders need your response. So go to 2020census.gov today. Shape your future. Start here at 2020census.gov. Paid for by U.S. Census Bureau.
Liberty Mutual Insurance Company helps you customize your home insurance so you only pay for what you need. Unlike things you paid for you didn't need, like that much-needed 125-inch flat-screen TV.
It's hurting my eyes a lot.
For your 100-square-foot bedroom.
My neck isn't so much stiff as it's completely stuck.
With Liberty Mutual, get customized home insurance so you only pay for what you need.
Uh-oh, I'm seeing color splotches.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Baby, you can drive my car. Yes, I'm gonna be a star. Baby, you can drive my car. And baby, I love
And welcome back back to the Car Doctor program on North Shore 104.9. My name is John Paul, the Car Doctor, here to help you with your car problems. Our phone number, 800-370-1049. Jimmy tells me Jeremy Barnes. We don't know where he is. Hopefully he wasn't thinking. I thought it was pretty clear Eastern Standard Time, but maybe he got a little bit confused. Who knows? Well, if we don't hear from him, we don't hear from him. That's all there is to it. But this would be a good time for Mitsubishi trivia. How about that? And because it's easy for me to mail out, and it only costs me 50 cents, I think, or whatever stamp. Well, really, does it cost me? Because I steal the stamp from my wife. But I do have a AAA membership to give away, and it works out. Jim, you're all good? Oh, really? Okay. Well, even better. I will hold off Mitsubishi trivia till later then. So we'll hold off. Hey, with us on the phone is the head of Mitsubishi Public Relations and Communications, Jeremy Barnes. Jeremy, good morning and welcome to the Car Doctor program here in Massachusetts.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me on the line. I appreciate it. I'm speaking to you from Middle Tennessee area, just south of Nashville, where Mitsubishi's national headquarters is located. Super excited to be on the line with you.
Okay, I wasn't sure if you were there or California, so I don't feel as bad now that
you move out here to Tennessee about 6 months ago when the company moved its national headquarters out of Southern California, and my wife and I just love it down here. It's just beautiful.
Yeah. Your accent, you sound just like a local.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, that's what they say at the local grocery store as well. They say, you must have grown up around here. There's no question about it.
That's right. Exactly. So, besides the fact we haven't seen you at a New England Motor Press Association meeting in a long time, but that aside, what is going on at Mitsubishi these days? There has been a lot of changes and going on, but some great models, including a plug-in hybrid SUV, right?
Yep, that's right. We'll start some of the boring corporate stuff. I mean, obviously, we've got the biggest news is probably that where we started here, and that's that move away from California to the Nashville area. We got to a point where we were to make some big changes in our business about who we are and how we go to market. We needed to make some big changes across the company. So the biggest and most visible one of those was the move out of Southern California. We'd been there since 1982 when the company was started in the U.S. and certainly loved it. I mean, personally, I'd lived in California for going on 40 years, and made the move out here to the Nashville area, where we came out here with the intention of hiring close to 150 new people in the local area, which was terrific that we would bring that many new jobs to the area as well. And we found some fantastic talent, been able to rebuild the company out here in a whole new vein, a whole new light. Kind of questioning every aspect of the business, if you will, to say, well, how come we do it that way, and why shouldn't we try doing it this way? And that's been really liberating and really exciting across the company. We also have a new president and CEO who's joining us from our parent company in Japan. Yoshio Yokozawa will be joining us. Frankly, he'll be joining us in the U.S. as soon as we get through all of this coronavirus, because obviously he can't leave Japan to travel to the U.S. at this point. But he's leading the company from afar at this point, so that's all very, very exciting as well. And then on the product side, as you say, the Outlander plug-in hybrid is a really fantastic vehicle. It's selling well, and we're very, very excited about that car. It's the world's best-selling plug-in hybrid, up to 22 miles on all-electric power, just from an overnight recharge off a regular old 110 plug.
Yeah, it's a pretty fascinating vehicle, because when you drive it, you wouldn't know one way or the other it was any different than kind of any other SUV.
Yeah, we built it to be as you can drive it in a couple of different ways. So you can drive it so it is, like you say, completely transparent. You get in, you press the start button, you put it in drive, and you pull away, and you let the vehicle make its own decisions whether it's going to run on electricity, run on gasoline, or a combination of the two. Like most hybrids, it can charge its own battery as it's driving along. But unlike most hybrids, you do have the ability to manually switch it to different driving modes. So, for example, let's just say you're driving around middle of Boston, right, and the traffic is crawling along. I'm sure that never happens, right? And
well, it never happened until about 6 weeks ago, but yeah.
Well, and so you want to get to a point where you just drive along on electricity, because electric cars are super efficient at low speed operation, right? And gasoline engines are least efficient at idle, right? Because you're at 0 miles to the gallon for all intents and purposes. So that's the perfect time to force it into EV mode. And then maybe when you pick up speed, maybe it's a little bit more efficient running on gasoline, so you could force it over to its gasoline mode. Or again, just leave it on auto and let the car make the right decision for whatever the driving situation is.
I like it when technology makes the decision for me, because based on what I've been doing with my 401k lately, I should let technology do that rather than me do it. So,
Yeah, I know the feeling. Trust me, mine's done the same thing. I remember before all this started, meeting our retirement guy, and he said, "Things are just going great. You're right on track. There's no question." And then as soon as the market tanked, he called me and said, "I just want you to know you don't have to worry. You may have to work a few more years, but you're going to be fine."
Yeah. My boss is referring to it as our 201k right now, because because it is what it is. So, and then another car which is kind of a little bit lonely sometimes, and it's actually one of your cars, the Mirage. The Mirage is a subcompact car that gets hybrid fuel economy, but it's not a hybrid.
That's right. And it's as Americans are generally moving away from passenger cars, we see this across the whole industry. It's obviously not just a Mitsubishi thing. Cars like the Mirage tend to get ignored a little bit, but it absolutely has a place in the market, and it absolutely has a place in Mitsubishi's lineup. It's certainly one of the least expensive vehicles that you can buy today. But more importantly, to your point, it gets killer fuel mileage. It is the highest fuel mileage vehicle that you can buy in the gasoline vehicle, I should say, that you can buy in the U.S. right now. And that's a really compelling prospect for a lot of people. The other thing that's super interesting about that vehicle is if you look on sites like kbb.com, for example, that has consumer reviews, real owners that write in to say what they think about their car, for example. People absolutely rave over the vehicle. It's got, I think it's a 4.6 or a 4.7 out of 5 rating from the owners. That's kind of one of those vehicles where if you read what all of the enthusiast press say about the vehicle, you'd go, well, that's probably not the car for me. But talk to the people that own one, and they really love it. They say, I knew what I was getting. It's an amazing vehicle for a great price with a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, and I just couldn't go wrong on that. And that's really kind of the hallmark of all the Mitsubishi vehicles, is that they're a heck of a value. They hold their value well, and then from an ownership perspective, we just see very, very few warranty repairs. We see very few recalls, and that's really kind of a hallmark of who we are, of a company that builds strong, rugged, reliable vehicles.
It's kind of fun. I don't remember who it was. It was some nationally acclaimed auto writer that said, if Mitsubishi got a little bit more serious in the United States, Toyota would have to run for cover.
Mm-hmm.
And it sounds like now Mitsubishi's getting more serious.
Yeah, absolutely. And we are serious about the North American market. There's no question about it. We wouldn't have just spent all the time, effort, and money, frankly, to move the company to a place where we could be even more competitive and refocus all of our efforts if we weren't serious about it. Right? We have just over 350 incredible dealer partners across the U.S. And as you know,
and we're gonna be talking to one of them in about 10 minutes. By the way,
there you go, fantastic.
Kevin Michaud of Michaud Mitsubishi.
That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, we can't do what we do. You can't buy a car from Mitsubishi, right? You buy it from a Mitsubishi dealer, just like with virtually every other car company across the U.S. And so we do what we do through our dealer partners, and they are there. They're the local business in the community. They're there to stand by their customers. So yeah, absolutely, John. We're totally serious about the U.S. market. It is a key market for the future of the company.
Yeah, it is, and you actually kind of glossed over it pretty fast. But the 10-year, 100,000-mile drivetrain warranty is pretty impressive.
It is, and I think there's we are certainly a leader in the industry amongst that, and unlike other companies that have similar length warranties, the really nice thing about that as well is it's also transferable. So if you're shopping a pre-owned Mitsubishi that's below that time and mileage level, you're also eligible to take that warranty as well. And that's a really fantastic piece of the long-term value of a Mitsubishi as well. If you purchase one and you choose to go back and purchase something different or purchase another one, that's just something else that you can use when it comes time to either trade your vehicle in or sell your vehicle privately as well. But we put that on there because we trust the vehicles. As I'm sure you can imagine, warranty repairs are really expensive. I know you talk about repairs on this show an awful lot, but warranty repairs are expensive. If you've got a vehicle that isn't reliable, manufacturers are reluctant to put those kinds of warranties on vehicles because of the long-term potential cost. So we can do it because we know we can stand behind the quality and the longevity and the reliability of our vehicles.
Yeah, it makes sense. And one of your vehicles that I drove not that long ago was the Eclipse Cross, and the name I will admit, the name kind of confused me at first, and then I got in it and drove it, and it was a delightful driving experience, and a starting price of, I don't know, under $24,000, I think. Yep,
that's right. That's absolutely right. Yeah, and going all the way up to about $32,000 fully loaded with every conceivable option that you can imagine on it. Yeah, it is. It's quite bold styling, and it kind of brings that heritage and history that Mitsubishi's been known for in a couple of different ways. Obviously, the word Eclipse. There's a huge following of the Mitsubishi Eclipse sports cars through the years. And the name of it, Eclipse Cross, was to suggest some of that sporty history and heritage. But the word cross, of course, meaning it's a crossover or an SUV type vehicle.
Yeah.
But powertrain-wise, with that the turbo engine, the super all-wheel control, all-wheel drive system that we've been known for so many years, that harkens back to all those wins on the rally circuit and on the Paris-Dakar race, the off-road race. We bring that technology to regular old street cars on a consistent and regular basis. And again, where you are, it snows an awful lot up there, and there's a nice security blanket around having a vehicle with a really intelligent, really well-engineered all-wheel drive system as well.
Yeah, it really does, and like you said, Mitsubishi's been known for all-wheel drive and some other systems that, you were true leaders, four-way steering that no one had until you guys had it way back when, and now as you're kind of refocusing again, and I want to go back to the little Mirage for a minute, $14,000, brand new car with a full warranty. Is there anything that inexpensive on the market?
I don't know. I don't know that we're the least expensive vehicle. There may be one or two others that are just a couple of $100 less than that. But I can't speak for any of those vehicles. I just know that with the Mirage, you do get a heck of a car. If you're a huge commuter, you're banging down 40, 50, 70 miles a day each way. This is your car, right? This is the car that's essentially putting money back in your pocket. It's two vehicles to choose from: the 5-door hatchback or the 4-door that we call the G4, depending on what you're looking for, both manual and CVT automatic transmissions as well. And you can get all manner of safety equipment, luxury equipment, satellite radio, obviously all of the safety equipment that you could imagine, whether it's side airbags, anti-lock brakes, etc. It's a vehicle that we're incredibly proud of. It's a real hallmark of the Mitsubishi value equation as well, and I think there's a little bit of that vehicle that kind of maybe spills over to all of the other vehicles from a value and a quality perspective as well.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it really is. It is. It's one of those cars, and I like practicality in my life, and when you look at that, that offers a certain amount of practicality, just like the SUVs do. They offer that idea of, okay, here's some space. I can go to the home improvement store. I can get out in bad weather when I need to. The car rides well, handles well, and gets good gas mileage, and it has a fantastic warranty. So you combine all those things together, and you like you said, you have a good value package that is hard. It's hard to beat.
Well, and I think someone who might think that maybe they're in a price position that they can't afford a new car, and so they have to go look at a used car or a vehicle that's got maybe higher mileage in a used car, or a vehicle that doesn't offer the kind of modern safety features that something like the Mirage would offer. That's the other opportunity. The other thing that vehicle offers is you're buying a brand new car with modern safety features, with a full warranty, and a dealership experience, and a dealer partner that stands behind you should anything ever go wrong with that vehicle. Yeah. You don't necessarily know if you get that with a pre-owned vehicle.
Yeah. Before we let you go, I was just poking around on the Mitsubishi website, and I see that Mitsubishi is reimbursing its dealers 100% for all expenses and supplies and support against trying to work through all this virus, so things like masks and extra cleaning supplies and all that sort of stuff to keep like you said, your most important part, the dealer network, healthy and able to work with its customers, and also your financial folks through Ally Automotive is helping out with some relief to consumers as well, right?
Yep, that's absolutely right. First and foremost, our absolute highest priority right now, of course, is to our customers, both to the end user customer, the people that buy the vehicles, and then our direct customers, which of course, again, are our dealer partners across the U.S. We want to do absolutely everything we can to make sure that they're as protected as they can be at this time, and to remind people that it is still safe to go into a car dealership, that our dealer partners are doing everything they can to make sure that their facilities are safe and clean and sanitized on a regular basis. And we want to do what we can to give them the tools, and those tools, frankly, become often just being money. And that is, we want to make sure that they know that they're supported when they do what's right for their customers. We're going to stand behind and help them do that. And then the folks over at Ally, absolutely. If you currently own a Mitsubishi vehicle and you need some assistance making your payments, our partners at Ally have offered up to 90 days payment deferral. And if you, up to 120 days, I should say, if you currently own a vehicle, and if you're going to purchase a new Mitsubishi vehicle, they're offering up to 90 days of payment deferral as well. So if you're one of those people that's in a situation, maybe you've got a lease that's ending, now is the time to go in and purchase a new vehicle. If that's what you decide, we're certainly there to stand behind you, and our partners at Ally are as well.
Wow. Well, and consumers appreciate all the help they can get. I was talking to my newspaper partners that run one of my columns, and they're on a week per month furlough. I was talking to some folks at our AAA national office, and they're on a week furlough. So sort of the same. So everybody's in a little bit of a financial pressure situation right now. So any help they can get. Jeremy, I want to thank you for taking some time out of your Saturday morning and joining us up here in Massachusetts, and enjoy Tennessee, and I don't know, get some barbecue to go, I guess.
Well, thank you so much, and I want to say thank you for having me on the show this morning. It's always fun. I promise I will make my way up to the NEMTA meetings over the next couple of weeks. I know that John Paul has always given me a hard time whenever I talk to him about it, that he hasn't seen. Well,
that is his job after all. So
yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Okay.
Well,
all right, Jeremy. Thanks a lot.
I appreciate it.
All right. Take care. Bye-bye.
Right.
Yep. We need to take another break, pay some bills. My name's John Paul. This is the Car Doctor program. You're listening on 104.9 FM or maybe online, North Shore, 1049.com. My name's John Paul. This is the Car Doctor program. We will be right back.
White, founder of Nautical American Gin, which is bottled and distilled right here in Massachusetts. From myself and all of us at Nautical Gin, we're asking you to support your local liquor stores during these difficult times. Not only for your Nautical Gin, but for all of your spirits, wines, and favorite beers. Most liquor stores have more than just spirits, wine, and beer, such as snacks, chips, cheeses, and soft drinks. Myself, I like a Slim Jim and a scratch ticket once in a while. Cappy's Liquors has 11 locations and is offering delivery and curbside pickup. You can find all of their locations at Cappys.com. Old Town Liquors in Burlington, Mass. They offer much more than spirits and wine and beer, such as Dom steak tips and meats, along with Pandadosi breads and many other local made products. Lighthouse Wine and Spirits in Beverly is offering delivery and curbside pickup with their vast selection of spirits, wines, and beers also. You can also check out masspack.org for updates. If you have a liquor store and you'd like to share what your store is offering, please email me at Donnie@nauticalgin.com. That's DONNIE. From all of us at Nautical Gin, please be safe. Thank you for supporting your local liquor stores and restaurants, and please discover our new lives responsibly. Let's be gin.
Beth Israel Leahy Health extends our deepest gratitude to all healthcare workers across Massachusetts. Thank you for your unwavering commitment to keeping our communities healthy. And join us each day at noon for the playing of our national anthem.
Hey, not all auto clubs are created equal. I work for the best one there is. Let's face it. It's the AAA Auto Club. And right now we're offering some great deals, free associate membership. So if you have somebody else in your household and you want to get them a AAA membership, this is the perfect time to sign up, become a AAA member. You can easily just go on AAA.com, find out all the information, find out the deals that are out there. In the 35 years that I've been with AAA, I don't think we've ever offered a deal like this, so take advantage of it while you can. Again, AAA.com/join is how you find out more information. And again, there's all kinds of interesting and informative information on our website, AAA.com. Easiest way to do it. We'll be right back.
My name's Kevin Michaud. I'm a dad and I'm a husband. We at Michaud Mitsubishi have taken extreme measures to clean our showrooms, to practice social distancing, and I just wanted to reach out and put some of you folks at ease. I brainstormed with a lot of local business owners, and we realized that there's a necessity to stay open. We know that a lot of folks are still working, and they need to get to where they're going to work. If you need your car service, and we don't just service Mitsubishi, we service everything, we are open. And right now, we have just done employee pricing. What an employee pays for service is what you will pay. We have also done that with employee purchasing. My son here, Zachary, is with me.
That's right, Dad. We've been here for you at Michaud Mitsubishi, and we'll continue to be here for you. Interest rates right now are at the lowest I've ever seen them. Certain banks are deferring payments up to 120 days. With that being said, we're here for you if you need a new or used vehicle. Simply go on our website, michaudauto.com, or check our Facebook page for the latest news.
This is Kevin Michaud from Michaud Mitsubishi in Danvers, and from my family to yours, stay safe, and we'll get through this together.
This weather report is brought to you by Cranny Home Services. Cranny is available for you if you need plumbing, electrical, heat, and air conditioning. They're practicing safe distancing precautions to keep you safe. For more information, visit crannyhomeservices.com.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Mark Rosenthal. Here is your North Shore 1049 forecast, serving the North Shore and the Merrimack Valley. Any early clouds will melt away, then sunshine, blue sky will take over. It'll be in the 50s, low 60s, a little bit cooler at the shore. Clear and cold overnight, lows about freezing. Tomorrow, some early sun, then quickly clouding up. Rain during the afternoon, low in mid-40s. Rain on Monday. It's cold and raw with temperatures close to 40. Could be a few wet snowflakes mixed in. Weather forecast being brought to you by the Berry Tavern, located on High Street in Danvers. Open daily from 11:30 in the morning till 9:30 at night for lunch and dinner takeout or catering. Enjoy this week's specials. Buy one, get one half price, which includes their famous juicy hamburgers, authentic brick oven pizza, or fresh roasted tavern wings. Call 978-777-2377. For local North Shore 1049, I'm Mark Rosenthal.
And welcome back to the Car Doctor program on North Shore 1049. If you're trying to find us online, it's the easiest thing to do. It's NorthShore1049.com is how you find us. And I appreciate everybody who streams the program from Massachusetts and around the world, because I know where people are listening from sometimes. In fact, this morning when I did my little Facebook Live thing, somebody from Telluride, Colorado popped on to say hello. And always like hearing from people. Always, and that's the thing I never ask for is, where are you from exactly when you pop on? Because I don't know where everybody's from, but appreciate that. Hey, with us on the phone is Kevin Michaud of Michaud Mitsubishi. Good morning, Kevin, and welcome to the Car Doctor program.
Good morning, Paul, and good morning, everybody. It's a nice day out there, and I'm pleased to be on.
Yeah, the last time I was up at your dealership was with a different radio station, but things have changed. Your son's got a lot older.
Yeah, he's my oldest, Zachary, who's in the business with me. He's 29, and then I have Joe, who helps me out on weekends. He's 25, and I've got 4 boys, 2 girls, and lately they're all helping.
Well, and that's the way it kind of has to be. And earlier in the program we had Jeremy Barnes on, the PR director for Mitsubishi, and he was talking about the value proposition that Mitsubishi has. And I was on your website and I was looking at your used cars, and you have a 11-year-old Lancer for sale, and it's got 200,000 miles on it. And there was a time that a car dealer wouldn't think about putting a 200,000 mile car out on the lot, at least not where people could find it. But the Mitsubishi products is pretty easy to do that with confidence, isn't it?
Paul, every year I give a car away to the town of Danvers, the high school, actually. It's under this Key to Success program. They canceled it due to this, this virus that's going around. But I don't care if it's, and it speaks volumes, meaning Mitsubishi's. Yeah, I take many of them in with 150, 200,000 miles. As long as the frame and, the body is okay, which most of the times they are, they go 200, 300, 400,000 miles. And I've given some cars to, the Keys to Success, lucky winners. That not 200, but they get like 100 on them or 80.
Yeah.
And these kids, they go and put 50,000, 100,000 on them, and they just keep running. I'm shocked you saw that, and it's only $3,000. Yeah. It's a great value for someone. My name's John Paul. This is the Car Doctor program. We're talking with Kevin Michaud of Michaud Mitsubishi, and I will admit that my wife has trouble saying Mitsubishi. A lot of people do. It's one of those words. It's Michaud on the end of it, John Paul.
Yeah. Exactly. So,
when you say value proposition, no, I don't know. A lot of people that might be listening here don't know that Mitsubishi, they were the pioneers in Japan of automobiles, planes, locomotives, and the shipping industry. They were basically, you would equate Mitsubishi Motor Company as like a combination of, in this country, of like GE, Sylvania combined.
Yeah, it really is true. I mean, Hyundai wouldn't have started without Mitsubishi because all the first Hyundai products were really Mitsubishis.
That's very true. And also, when Lee Iacocca was having some troubles in the 80s, he called up the president of Mitsubishi and said, listen, I need some engines and some transmissions that are very reliable, and you can go put 100, 200,000 miles on. Can you help me? And back then, if you bought some of the Chrysler products, they were actually Mitsubishi engines and transmissions, and they were great products back in the 80s, and they helped save the Chrysler company.
Yeah, no, as I recall, the little 2.6 liter 4-cylinder engine with a chain on it, rather than the timing belt 2.2 liter that was in some of those little cars, was a super dependable engine. Speaking of dependability, you guys, how long have you guys been in business?
We've been a Mitsubishi dealer here since 1993. It's the oldest Mitsubishi dealership on the East Coast. But I personally, I acquired it back at the end of 2007.
Yeah. So you've been around for a while. The dealership's been around for a while, and like you said, you're involved with your community. And what are you doing to try to make sure that your customers' cars are getting serviced? And, your commercial ran earlier about how, right now you have employee pricing for car sales.
It's true. If you looked like you did on our website, these cars right now are priced under market value. An employee is allowed to buy any one of our pre-owned vehicles for basically $500 on a used car over our costs, and then $100 over on a new car, and we're extending that to the public. We've, washed down our showrooms. I went through already a pallet of bleach. I mean, we're expressing and exemplifying social distancing. All my sales consultants have masks on, gloves, etc. Which is nice. Most of the public now, they're thanking us for being open, for getting a car that they might have had some problems with, and the current one they had, and they traded to me, or they totaled it, or whatever it was. So they're thanking us for that. And also in service, we've been open, 6 days a week in service and parts, and servicing all makes and models, not just Mitsubishi. So, we're doing a lot of, good things over here.
Yeah, and that was the point I was going to bring out, that you guys are not just a Mitsubishi service center, but if you have a variety of used cars, so you have technicians that know how to fix those, and Japanese cars are kind of Japanese cars. So if somebody has a Honda and they want to bring it someplace for service, and they're like, I want to make sure that the people that are taking care of my car, first off, I don't want to get, with everything that's going on, the right thing to think about is, well, I don't want to get them sick, and they don't want to get me sick. So, like you said, you've gone through a pallet of bleach to try to make sure that your showroom, your shop, your parts department is as germ-free as possible, and you're going to take care of your customers. So if somebody has a Honda or a Ford or a Toyota or whatever, and it's time for some service, your place is a good, safe place to go to.
It is, and we're very cost effective. There's a misconception to the public out there that dealerships charge more than, per se, that local corner, backyard service, kind of shop, like your local donut shop, your breakfast shop that a lot of customers like to go to. We here, being a family business, and I was brought up in a family business, our pricing is as cost effective, I'll give you an example, as anyone out there. Like, you go and your Maytag repairman to show up to your house, he's going to charge you a $99 service charge just to show up there. And a lot of dealerships out there, they do charge maybe like $129, $149, some even $169 an hour. We're right now under employee pricing, charging $89 an hour for a certified technician that's gone through all the schooling. I have certified techs here that are schooled in Mitsubishis, Hondas, Toyotas, Nissans, Jeeps, you name it. Yep. I'm a stickler about sending them to that school. We have all the diagnostic equipment, and as we progress in years of automobiles, they are easier to fix because we have these remote computers that we plug in. And it really is like getting Cliff Notes when we were back in school, if you remember, Paul. We got the Cliff Notes when we were in college and high school that helped us move forward. So
that was the only way I moved forward. What do you say?
We're trying to do a good job over here.
Yeah. No, and tell me about say I wanted to go buy. One of the hottest things now, according to Jeremy Barnes, who was on earlier, is the plug-in hybrid electric vehicle, the SUV. Say I wanted to drive one, and I was a little concerned. Tell us about this remote test drive. How's that work?
Well, a lot of people are applying on, our website and saying, can we come down and by appointment, et cetera. And some are just showing up. Like today, we have right now 3 people that just showed up here, and we're bringing them in, and, we're saying, okay, what would you like to drive? And we make sure the car is all disinfected. We have a special, I don't know if the gentleman from Mitsubishi just let the public know. But we have a EPA-approved special sanitation solution that we put in the car that kills all germs and, per se, viruses. So we give them the key, set the car up, and we let them go out on an extended guest drive by themselves. We put a dealer plate on it. We show them where our insurance is. And they go take it out. We let them take it for 15 minutes. If they want to take it for an hour, a half a day, even up to an overnight, we're allowing that right now.
That is pretty impressive. That you're just doing that. You're letting people, really spend a little bit of time in the car, because let's face it, the 5-minute test drive, every car feels great for 5 minutes, but once you live with the car for a little bit and you merge out on the highway and you drive it down some bumpy roads and you kind of open it up and look in the back and go, oh yeah, I can put my 110-pound Labrador Retriever back here. He'll be comfortable back here. Or I'm a young family and I want to be able to put my kids' car seats back here. Oh, look, it has latch anchors here and here, and this should work out good for me. Those are things that don't always happen in the quick road test. So this is pretty phenomenal idea. And then, like you said, when the car comes back, you go through the same sanitation process, so both to protect you and your help, but also the next customer that takes that car for a test drive.
It is true. We'll say 80% of the folks that go on the extended guest drive. Matter of fact, that terminology came from 1989. I have a gentleman here with me. His name is Paul Doobie. We've been working together for 37 years, but back in 1989, we opened up an Infinity store. And it was the first one in the country, and they came out, Infinity back then, with a word or terminology called an extended guest drive. And we have a form, and we have them sign it, and customers love going out on that extended guest drive. And if they don't buy it, yes, we sanitize it again, but if they do buy it, obviously we let them, take it then if they want, or they come back the next day and they take and pick up the car.
Yep. No, it sounds great. Hey, Kevin, we're just about out of time, but what's the hours the store is open, and what's a good phone number to give you a call?
It's 978-774-4040, and we're open up Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, Saturday, 9 to 5. Also, we used to be 6, but we're closing at 5, and Sunday, 12 to 4. And we're really trying to do our part as a small business to help anyone out there that needs either a new or used vehicle, and also to service their car at a very reasonable rate, because we're all in this together.
You're absolutely right. Kevin, thanks for taking some time out of your Saturday, and good luck, and stay distant, I guess, is the right thing. So stay 6 feet away. All right, take care, Kevin.
And thanks for calling me. All right, bye-bye.
All right, take care. Bye-bye. Hey, that music means we're just about out of time. We gotta pump in a couple of commercials before the top of the hour. So Jimmy's telling me with that music, shut up and get off the air, right? That's what I think. Yeah, kind of. So until next week, make sure you wear your seatbelt, drive safely, be good to your car, and wash your hands all the time. Talk to you all next week. Bye-bye.
Hi, folks. This is Gerard Moynihan of Moynihan Lumber. The Moynihan family has been associated with the lumber business since 1918, when my Uncle Arthur secured a job in a local lumberyard. The Moynihan name first appeared on a lumberyard sign in 1930. When his company first started, my uncle chose the motto, quality backed by a desire to please. 84 years later, it is still our company's motto. Visit Moynihan Lumber at any of our 3 locations, in North Reading, Beverly, or Plastown, New Hampshire, or at MoynihanLumber.com.
All roadside assistance is not created equal. A car can break down anytime and anywhere. Join AAA, the roadside provider that puts you first. AAA covers you in any car you're driving or riding in. Our trained technicians arrive fast and usually fix the problems on the spot. Trust your safety to the most recommended roadside provider in the U.S. Join AAA today at AAA.com/join. That's AAA.com/join.
My name's Kevin Michaud. I'm a dad and I'm a husband. We at Michaud Mitsubishi have taken extreme measures to clean our showrooms, to practice social distancing, and I just wanted to reach out and put some of you folks at ease. I brainstormed with a lot of local business owners, and we realized that there's a necessity to stay open. We know that a lot of folks are still working, and they need to get to where they're going to work. If you need your car service, and we don't just service Mitsubishi, we service everything, we are open. And right now, we have just done employee pricing. What an employee pays for service is what you will pay. We have also done that with employee purchasing. My son here, Zachary, is with me.
That's right, Dad. We've been here for you at Michaud Mitsubishi, and we'll continue to be here for you. Interest rates right now are at the lowest I've ever seen them. Certain banks are deferring payments up to 120 days. With that being said, we're here for you if you need a new or used vehicle. Simply go on our website, michaudauto.com, or check our Facebook page for the latest news.
This is Kevin Michaud from Michaud Mitsubishi in Danvers, and from my family to yours, stay safe, and we'll get through this together.
Home Health Foundation remains focused on the safety of our patients, their families, and our healthcare workers on the front line. I'm Karen Gomes, President and CEO of Home Health Foundation. I thank you as a community for supporting our caregivers who are working tirelessly during this crisis with bravery, resilience, and dedication to the most at risk. We pledge to continue to exceed your trust with our experienced team of caregivers. To learn more about home health, palliative, and hospice care services, please visit us at homehealthfoundation.org. That's homehealthfoundation.org.
North Shore 104.9 WBOQ Gloucester. And streaming worldwide on the North Shore 104.9 app.